It's your boy Tyler. What's good? And we are wearing our voices shirts that really is mine because I used to be in this group, worldwide known group, and so it's just ironic that, you know, we both are wearing. Anyway, we hope that you're having a great day. We are living our life to the fullest. We want you to go down below, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification so that you can be notified of every video that we post, every single time we post. Today, we are going to talk to you about the delivery of our baby girl, Miracle. Now, let's just put this disclaimer right here. No, we're not showing her anytime soon. I did mistakenly upload a video, and I blurred out in most of the video except 2 spots. And so there are some of you that got to see her already. So, but if you have not seen her, you're just gonna have to wait. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna let DJ start, and then, you know, we'll just pitch off of each other. So
it's January 3rd. I'm just gonna start right there. January 3rd, I had an appointment the day before my due date, which was January 4th. So I'm thinking like, okay, DJ, you're gonna go in, be extra, so they can just keep you. Cause there ain't no way they're gonna send you back home as you do tomorrow, you know. And the 3rd was a Wednesday. Yeah, that was a Wednesday night. That was a Tuesday, and I was supposed to have it on a Wednesday. Let's keep in mind, this day, I had an ultrasound done. It had been 3 weeks before. But 3 weeks before that, that was the last ultrasound that I had. That was crazy within itself. Because 3 weeks before that, my baby was weighing, My baby was weighing 7.14 ounces. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's almost 8 pounds. You know, and then 3 weeks later, the day before my due date, they wanted to give us another ultrasound. Then they said she was weighing 9 pounds. 9 pounds, 10 ounces. And I was like,
they was trying to see if she was gonna push too. They didn't think DJ would be able to push out a 9 pound baby. They was like, the baby just too big.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they took me.
The doctor literally said that we're gonna go ahead and take you because we don't want the baby getting any bigger. And I was like, bruh, what the world?
Like, that was the only reason why. And I was like,
the DJ said, bruh, what is this? Like, we should have really got the baby when DJ was 7 pounds.
Had an ultrasound. If it wasn't the next week, it should have
been. Yeah, it was like a long gap. It was a long gap between the 7 pound ultrasound and that 9 pound ultrasound. It was like, what, 3 weeks? Yeah. So that's, she had ample time to grow.
Yeah.
And she grew.
The last 2 weeks of my pregnancy, my mother-in-law was just cooking up a storm, baby.
Yeah, my mama was cooking.
And everything.
So that's why she was growing in the Lord.
Yeah.
And in the power of his might.
Y'all know I want a Miracle to be born in December.
Real bad.
And, you know, it didn't happen. So when New Year's came, I was so disappointed. I sat in the bed and cried.
She was mad.
Yeah, so I wasn't, by this time I was on a 1 centimeter dilated. Shout out to Raspberry Little Tea, because the day before that, like the second, I was just drinking.
She was 0 before that.
I was just drinking that.
0. Mind you, every time I went to the doctor, she was 0.
Every time, and I was just
like, we have done everything from sex to walking to exercising to bending to dancing, and the man was just like 0 centimeters. I was like, at one point, it was warfare. Anyway, go ahead. Warfare.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of
Miracle
warfare.
really wasn't. I don't want to say she wasn't ready to come. My cervix just was not softened.
It was not.
And or however you say that. So we just want to put this disclaimer out there. As you guys know, we did deliver Miracle at Springview Medical Center. We're not going to say the doctor's name. Turns out the reason why they kept sending me home is because this particular doctor had numerous babies that was due on either the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th.
Like on the same floor as DJ. Like, they all was on the same due date. I was like, what in the world? So they made DJ wait till the next day.
Yes.
Which was the 5th.
Yeah, the 5th. So, okay, the 3rd, I'm thinking they're going to keep me. Anyway, so we went back home. Had a good meal because our sis Sarita had cooked for us. She gave us, she cooked some oxtails and collard greens and some Girl, oh, so good.
I know.
So with that being said, we ate good that night.
Yes, we did.
They told me to come back.
And
No, we went on the 4th.
We went on the 4th again. We went on the 4th.
Yeah, it was like come back.
Because that was her due date.
On the 4th.
That was her actual due date. We didn't understand it. So when we went on the 4th that morning, they saw us. That's when they really did the ultrasound.
Is that when they did?
Yes, that's when they did the ultrasound. And was like, yeah. They was like, we're gonna go ahead and take us. By that time, DJ contractions were starting to come. So he checked her and was like, she was only like 1 centimeter down. And I was like, bruh, I know you're not gonna send us home. So he was like, well, they did an ultrasound right before he checked her. Mm-hmm. That's when they found out the baby was 9 pounds. He was like, we're gonna go ahead and take her. I was like, you think? So I'm saying, y'all, I used to get so mad. Did I say he?
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, I used to get so mad because I was like, bruh. He used to come up with some of the craziest jokes. Like, whenever he would check DJ, he had this song he would sing. And so he would be like, all right, careful, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, 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 cold. And so one day he was just like, cold, 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 cold. So I'm thinking like, dude, what the world? But anyway, they took DJ to, they told us to come back at 7.
They told us to come back at 7.
On the 4th, which was supposed to be her due date. So I'm like, he was like, when you come back at 7, we're gonna get you set up. And they was like, so we're gonna get you induced. So we're thinking she gonna have a baby on the 4th. Now, we got there at 7:30. Somebody, one of these bird came who took forever and there wasn't nobody in line.
But us.
But they took forever. That's another piece of warfare. Everything was trying to make me mad. We got there at 7:30 some. They put us in the room. They was like, we're gonna start the induction process on a slow leak. I was like, what? So they was like, yeah, in the morning you're gonna get the real stuff.
Yeah, so they gave me
I said, what is this?
I think it was like every few hours they was giving me little servings of Sci-Tech, and that's something that'll help your cervix soften to get prepared for birth.
Well, they did that. Then the next day came.
Then they gave me potassium.
Yes, and that's when they started increasing it
slowly, and they increased it by 20
every hour.
20. I don't know if it was 20 milliliters. I don't know. They increased it by 20 something every hour. And
they was kicking.
baby, them contractions was coming.
Tell them why you got mad. Cause she fell asleep, and when she fell asleep, her mom and them had left. They came that morning, but then they ended up leaving. Well, it wasn't enough for me to do. I was reading my Bible, I was praying, and I got sleepy. So I fell asleep sitting on the couch. She so happened to wake up because the pain was hitting her. And she went off on me. She was like,
I looked over here when I sleep.
She was like, what are you doing?
By this time, I'm 3 centimeters dilated.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I was asleep. They came back and said she was 3 centimeters. DJ was like, what are you doing? DJ said, I said, I'm sleeping. I'm sitting in the car asleep. I mean, I'm sitting on the couch. I mean, she was like, you supposed to be over here. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? What could I do? Nothing. But anyway, I got up. I went over there. And at one point, y'all, then contractions were coming so bad that DJ looked at me and was like, baby, please help me. That was the first time I felt helpless.
So, finally, I got to 7 centimeters dilated.
Yeah.
Miracle decided to turn, and what we mean by that, she was down head first, or what? How do you say that? And she ended up turning face up. They recognized that, you know, because he was checking me, even though I couldn't feel when she was like turning and stuff.
Which I believe, because that
his hand
I believe it. I believe it. Because that little girl now, you don't let her down, she be moving that head everywhere. So I believe she'll roll herself over. So I believe.
Yeah, so between 7 and 9 centimeters, they was like, okay, we're just gonna give her time to turn. By this time it's about to be 6 o'clock, and he was like, I'll be back at 6:30. Anyways, I was dilating real fast, and she ended up partially turning, and then before you know it, I was like 10 centimeters dilated, and they was like, okay y'all, let's go, we're finna get started.
It was like at 7 o'clock he came back and he was like, let's go. I was like, dang, okay, you know. So I had to get rid. I took my jewelry off, took out my rings, because I didn't know what to expect.
It was no preparation.
Nothing. They get in with the DJ and said, we're gonna give you 3 sets of 10 and then you're gonna push. I was like, Okay.
Yeah, it happened so fast. So during the video, we wanted to give y'all a more detailed labor and delivery video, but they ended up covering the camera. They didn't do it on purpose, but the scrub nurse ended up covering the camera or whatever, with the little sheet thing, and it was blurry. I mean, I'm sure you guys seen that if you watched the labor and delivery video. But anyways, going into the labor, for the first 20 to 30 minutes, my bed was tilted the wrong way, which caused a lot of pressure to be on my back. And y'all, like, during the pushing process, I had no energy. I felt like I could not push. You know, me and Tyler are singers, and they were telling me to hold my breath for like 10 seconds, you know, and I couldn't even do that. I was like, what in the world is going on? And then that's what we just labeled it as. A lot of warfare was going on.
It was, y'all. Like, we had our first lady, she's a prophetess. She was out there. She said she could feel the warfare, you know, while DJ was pushing. She could feel it. And so I was so nervous. I just at one point I was like, bro, the baby ain't coming. But what was crazy is we found this out now. One reason that the baby won't move because the umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck. And when she turned, that problem is when it got tighter. Because her heart rate slowed down. And so
yeah, it was getting harder and harder to find her heart.
Yeah, but they were telling us it's because Miracle just moving around. But they right then, according to the pediatrician that we have today, they said they should have immediately made DJ have an emergency C-section. But they didn't. They made her push.
Now, of course, you never know like what's going to go down when you're actually in active labor. And of course, nobody really wants to have a C-section. Right.
But this was just something that they told us that they should have caught.
Yeah.
As professionals, you know, this is what they told us because we didn't know. But yeah, y'all. Then we found out the first 30 minutes of DJ pushing, her bed was wrong. Her bed was sitting back like I remember she was sitting back and her legs was up.
Gravity.
Yeah, and the pressure was going to her back, and they were telling DJ, you gotta push. I was like, well, shoot, I was getting mad. I'm like, she ain't pushing. What? I said, baby. I said, come on, baby, come on. But at one point, I'm like, something ain't right, because the whole time, the first 30 minutes, Miracle wasn't moving. And DJ was pushing to the point. Doodle was pushing out, but Miracle wasn't moving. Because when I looked down, there was a trail of good droplets. I was so...
It was so wet.
I felt so bad for DJ. Because when I looked down, I said, oh my God.
I couldn't even smell it.
I could, but I didn't know if it was gas, because I was farting too. So I didn't know if it was me. Child, I said, well, let me move the pad.
Yeah,
it was it was like 1, 2, 3. Then when she did this, it was just like a trail. I said, oh. And I looked at DJ, she told myself, what? I said,
y'all, like, I thank God for my husband.
It was so much of it.
I thank God for everybody that was praying.
It was so much. But my baby, she was a trooper. They finally fixed the bed because the doctor came in and was like, well, let's see if the bed is all. Let's try to see if we can sit the bed up. Come to find out, they was like, oh, the bed, that was what the problem was. I said, y'all didn't think to check that before? Whatever.
And they was telling me to push like I'm having a bowel movement. They're going to tell you that for those of you who have not had a baby yet. And I'm like, okay, y'all want me to push, but I can't feel not a thing. Okay, because remind you, I had the epidural. Y'all, it was just like really, really terrible. I'm not even gonna act like that my active labor process was good. It was terrible.
It was horrible.
I was hearing the tone of voice with the nurses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, when they was telling me to push, you know, you could change, you could hear the tone of voice, like if you're doing good or if you're doing bad. So when they kept changing their tone, I'm like, oh my God, my baby is not moving. I wish I had my mama was in there, Tyler was in there, but I also wish my first lady was in there too. That's what I was thinking about the whole time. I'm like, Lord, where's Prophetess at? I wish I could have 3 people, but you know, I could only have 2. I needed my mom there, and she was there, and I needed my first lady there, you know, because they both are spiritual and natural mothers, you know. So it was just a lot, y'all. It was a whole lot.
It was bad, y'all. We didn't even think the baby was gonna come out at one point. Like once they fixed the bed, I moved to the other side, which was the left side of DJ. I was on the right at first, then I moved to the left. And I remember DJ was just like, I can't, I'm tired, man, I can't. I said, you got to push this baby. I said, the only thing stopping this baby from coming is you. And I prayed, and I said, remember I was saying, which was, go ahead, woman of God. You can say it now.
I can't remember it.
This baby is mine.
This baby is mine. This baby is free.
That ain't what that say.
Y'all say
this baby is mine. It belongs.
Oh, this baby is mine. It belongs to me. Push until the baby's free.
Ain't no pushing. I'm pushing.
Huh?
Say it right, DJ.
I don't remember.
You just did. You gotta add I'm.
This baby is mine. It belongs to me.
She belongs to me.
Can you just
come on, DJ?
I'm being that serious.
Take 4.
And why you gotta elevate your voice?
This baby is mine.
You're so aggravated.
I know it.
This baby is mine. It belongs to free.
We're gonna just move on because I'm gonna do my aunt. You're not playing the game when you go home. Yeah. You can remember that speech. That thing don't say nothing about no it. You ain't playing that game when you go home. That was my aunt used to tell my cousin, you gonna sit your fat self up in there, you gonna learn that doggone speech. Oh my God. But anyway, the saying is, this baby is mine, she belongs to me. I'm pushing so that the baby can be free. And I was like, she was like, huh. Lord Jesus. She was halfway gone, y'all. I was so scared.
I had no energy.
So I was like, she told me something. Yeah. Okay. I said, I know it's not for you to say. So I'm saying, here go her mom. Her mom told me something. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, they had no energy.
Yeah, it was so funny, bro.
When y'all go through labor or whatever, get something shorter, cause that's a lot to say.
It is a lot to say, y'all. But I mean, once we said that, I said that too, and then I said in Jesus' name, it was like, y'all, a wind came over me. It's like the presence of God came over me. And I remember I quickened holding her leg, and I was scared because I thought I was going to trigger something on the monitors, but I didn't. And it was like right after that moment when I said Jesus, miracle came from here to also she was almost at the top, like going down the vaginal, coming out the vaginal. Yeah, I know the term. And so, amen.
So he had to cut me.
Yes, he did.
It was a 3rd degree cut.
Because they was going to use this thing called the vacuum.
Yeah.
They used 3 of them, and this was the thing that made me mad. The first one, it stuck on, but then as he was pulling, it snatched, it like released, so it like fell off, and it was like a big jerk, like snatch. You know how you try to snatch something, and then it just, yeah. You know how you trying to snatch something like this, and if it's holding on to something, finally it breaks off and comes back to you like that. That's what happened. The second time, he kept trying to get it up to latch on. It would not latch. It kept snatching off, and I was like, man, like, oh, can we just? So then he did the 3rd time, and the 3rd time was a charm. Miracle came out head first, and you could see the cord wrapped around my baby's neck. And he had to immediately cut it. And they got her out. DJ was just crying, y'all. I was like, you did it, baby, you did. She was just crying. But the baby was so pale. Miracle was so pale. Like her hand was doing, they were trying to lift her hand. It was doing like, she was like,
she was out of it.
I really believe Miracle was this close to being breached.
No, breached just when the baby.
Well, not breached. I believe Miracle was this close to being to dying, because that umbilical cord was choking her. Because then when she came out, she was breathing shallow.
She didn't cry.
She didn't cry. She did like that's it. And that's only because they were bothering her feet. But we didn't. And DJ was like, "Why is my baby not crying? Like, what's wrong?" So they finally did bring her to DJ. She was like, she had one eye open, looking at Dajha. Dajha was just crying. But
I was crying because of the relief that everything was over. But I'm like, oh my God, I just had a baby. And you know, you look at birth videos with different women and stuff, and you're like, oh, they crying and stuff. But to know all the stuff that you have to go through just to birth a baby, it's one of the most rewarding things ever. I didn't know what was going on at this point. Tyler knew.
Yeah, because DJ couldn't see.
The cord was wrapped around her neck. I'm just like, okay, I only held. You know, normally when a baby comes out, they give it straight to the mother and do skin to skin. I didn't get to do that. They took her straight over to the little hotbed thing that they put the babies in after the mother does skin to skin and stuff like that. So they immediately took her over there. Remind you now, they wasn't really talking to me, telling me what was going on. Did they even tell y'all?
I didn't find out until once they took the baby out from letting DJ hold her. Not even that. DJ held the baby maybe like 20 seconds. Yeah, maybe 30 seconds.
Maybe 10.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all, y'all. They hurry up and took her. They had to get her to the nursery. I went into the nursery while DJ was changing and stuff, and that's when I saw my baby. And they said, we don't know. We're monitoring her. It's just some things that a normal baby should be doing. She's not doing. She's not responding how we wanted to. So we may have to transfer her. And I was like, Lord, I ain't ready to tell DJ this. But then they ended up coming in telling DJ and I, and the neurosurgeon came and told us, but they're gonna have to transfer her to Women's and Children. And they told us, you know, we can see her for 2 hours before they finally transfer her. And they said, but we are gonna bring her back here before we take her. And they did. And when she came in there, y'all, they had her in this little clear incubator with the holes on the side. And I was mentally looking at, oh my God, my baby's in a clear casket. That's how I looked dead, because she wasn't moving. She had her legs crossed like this, real classy, real classy. But when she heard me and DJ, she immediately recognized that one. Now she moved more for DJ, but she looked over at me and she clenched her hand around my finger like she did in the nursery. When I went by myself, she clenched her hand around my finger. My best friend Amber had to tell me, it's not what you think. It's not a casket. Don't think like that. But that's where I was, because I was like, bro, my baby's not moving around. Like, I felt that's how I felt.
It just came unexpected because
separation anxiety kicked in for DJ. Yeah, it was horrible.
I literally had Miracle at 8:30 January
8 pounds 3 ounces.
8:30 p.m. She was 8 pounds 3 ounces, almost 21 inches long. And so during that time when they had her in the nursery and stuff like that, it took a few hours because we was just talking to family and stuff like that. And then they was all talking about, oh, you know, DJ, you got so much energy and stuff like that. But I think it was just because of the, you know, you have a lot of adrenaline, you know, after you have a baby and stuff like that, and during the labor process. And so it was a little bit of that, the excitement of having support and stuff like that. So to have all that support, and then a few hours later, almost once I'm in the morning, next day, you hear that news, and
you're gonna stay. Y'all have to stay here at Spring Hill, but your baby's gonna be minutes away at Women's and Children. It was just like,
it was very unexpected, and I wish we could have caught the real emotions, y'all, but everything happened so fast.
At one time, like, we didn't mentally think we need to record. Like, we were just like, oh my God, our baby is gone. Like, she's gone to. And we were like, what if, we got information about what they felt like was going on, but they didn't even know. And of course, we'll do another video about like I experienced at the other hospitals that we had to go to. But man, I'm telling y'all, it's just, in our mind, we were just like, we feel like we had been cheated. Cause it's like, okay, we done waited 9 months for this, and we can't take our baby home. Our baby can't come in the room with us where we're sleeping at. We can't hear her cry. That night, that morning when we went to the other room, we were hearing, I didn't even want to hear I was hearing other kids crying. I was so upset. I got so upset. DJ was crying, but I got so mad. I was like, this is not right. This ain't fair. But
definitely wasn't fair.
That was our baby, according to several doctors, should not have made it after she came out of DJ's womb. She should not have made it. There was even one doctor that told us, you know, that Miracle possibly had a stroke in the womb before she came out. It's just, y'all just don't understand that delivery. If you are spirit-filled and you know this and you have discernment, it was warfare. It was warfare. I'm telling you, you could feel it. You could feel it. You could feel it. Every person that was there that was saved and filled with the Holy Ghost could feel it. It was warfare. We had people praying. I'm talking about, it got so bad that the baby wasn't coming out of DJ the first 30 minutes. Like we told y'all that we just, in the breaks, I was just like, Lord have mercy.
I was like,
what is going on?
I don't think I could do it, you know.
When DJ told me that, because I wasn't being the coach to DJ. Everybody else was kind of being a little overwhelming to her, so I wasn't saying nothing. Yeah. But when she said, I can't do this, it was like the aggressor woke up in me. I said, look, you got to. Yeah. I said, you can't afford not to. I said, because if you don't, it's going to kill you and her. Yeah. I said, so you got, the only thing stopping is you. You got to push that baby out. Yeah. And that's when we did the singing and all that stuff. So this is our story about the baby coming forth. It was an experience, y'all. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Yeah. I wouldn't. And I want to say this to y'all. Take your pregnancy serious. Take your pregnancy serious. Like, do what the doctor says. Don't be like, oh, my baby gonna be all right. No. Please take pregnancy serious. There are some things that, for the most part, we did what we were supposed to do, but there are some things that we could have done better. You know, us, you know, both of us. But for the most part, DJ has done a superb job. Y'all, let's give her a round of applause.
Talking about it kind of put me back in that, you know, in that state, because it was just like so much, you know, trying to fight postpartum, you know.
Oh yeah.
Trying to fight separation and
oh yeah.
It was just a lot, but guys.
There were days, y'all, like our feelings would react on each other. She would wake up sad, and then all of a sudden it's like I was so quiet like for the first couple of days. DJ would ask me, what's wrong with you? I wouldn't even speak.
It was hard to mentally,
I didn't want to do anything, y'all.
The fact that we just gave birth to a daughter.
And we don't know what's going on. We don't see her. Yeah. She's gone.
So to formulate the words.
We couldn't. People would call us, how y'all doing? Don't do that. If you know somebody that's going through a traumatic experience, don't ask them how they doing, because for the most part, especially when it's that fresh, you kind of already know how they doing. They don't even probably know how they doing. They just know they ain't feeling good. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel good what they're going through. But I wouldn't speak. I would just sit there. I would make sure she was okay. But for the most part, y'all, I wouldn't eat. I didn't feel like eating. I would just sit there and watch videos with sermons to keep my mind sane. Yeah. I would watch sermons after sermon after sermon after sermon after sermon after sermon to keep me sane, because I just felt like I felt numb. But I just thank God we have a story to tell, and we have more to this story, y'all, but we're not gonna do that in this video. We'll do it in another one. Yeah. But thank y'all for watching. Listen, if you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section. We will do a Q&A on one video about the entire experience, probably after we tell y'all the entire story. We'll do a Q&A, but if you have any questions you want to ask us, you can send it in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, y'all, please. If we have a new feature on our channel, y'all, guess what? If you want to buy a membership pass, you can do that. All that information is down in the description area. Okay, if you want to be a member, you can do that. Or actually, you can hit the part where it says join right next to the subscribe button. There's a part where it says join. You can hit that and be a member, and you'll get exclusive footage from DJ and I, even gifts and stuff like that. All right, we love y'all. Until next time.
See you later.